What is going on, you guys? DJ Stokes. We are back here with another video, and today we have another package that we are unboxing. We have the ADJ My Dmx Go. It is essentially a DMX controller, but it is controlled by an iPad or a tablet. It can be controlled on Android devices as well. So let's get this box opened up and we'll check it out. Alright, so here is the box itself. It is not a very big box because the controller itself is it's not very big at all. It's probably only about that big, but you'll see once we get it opened. So I'm going to take my razor blade here and cut the tape so we can get in here and check out what's inside. Alright, now that I got the tape cut, we can open it up. And to start off on the inside, we have our directions, as always. And everything is packaged really neatly, as you guys can see there. Second off, we have our little antenna. This transmits signal, and you can also bend it like that. As you can see, the right angle connector there. And then we have a mounting bracket. This way, this goes onto the box itself, and then you can mount this, put an O-clamp, and mount this to a speaker stand or a T-bar or truss. And finally, we have our power supply. It is just a little USB brick and a USB cable to get some power into this thing. And last but not least, we have our controller itself. It is not very big, which is awesome. It's pretty small. There it is. It fits in the palm of my hand real nicely like that. One thing I absolutely love and made me want to purchase this is it has two DMX outs. So you can run, let's say, your uplights on a facade from here, and you can put in a wireless donor, receiver, whatever you want to say, and run your movers or whatever from the other side of the room using just this fixture. Alright, so now that we have everything unboxed, let's get this assembled. So what I'm going to do is just take my antenna, and you guys can see right there, there's a little gold thing that you screw the antenna into. And that is it for the antenna part of it, and then you can turn the antenna whatever way you want. And then for the cable itself, on the same end there is a USB slot. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but right on the bottom right hand side, and then we will just plug the USB cable into there and then into power. And finally, we have our mounting bracket. I'm not going to put it on right now, but there are two little screw holes right here for where you would put it on. On the front of this controller, you have an up, down, and a mode button, which is a D button. You can scroll through your channels and stuff like that on the face here. On this side, we have three lights and some plugs for our antenna, power, and stuff like that. And then on this side, we have two lights and our two DMX ports. So let's get this thing connected to some lights. Alright, you guys, on this table, I have everything I need to make this controller work. I have it plugged into power. I have my 3-pin DMX cable going into one of my favorite lights. This is one of the ADJ Mega Hex bars that I own. And then I have my iPad mini here. Now this is going to be what talks to your My Dmx Go and makes the lights do whatever you want it to do. Now this controller doesn't have to just be ADJ lights. It can control Chauvet or any light that essentially has the 3-pin DMX port. Now all I need to do now on my iPad is go into the App Store and search for My Dmx Go. I have already downloaded the app, but if you haven't, you just go into the App Store and search that. Now, one thing I would also like to point out is this controller does not just have to be controlled by an Apple product. It can be Android, and I even believe Amazon Fire tablets can control this. But you go into your app once you have downloaded it, and you'll have to create an account and stuff. I already did that. And basically what you are going to see here are two decks, like a DJ controller basically. And there's a lot of different buttons, but it's a lot of different stuff that your fixture can do. So next up, to get your iPad or whatever tablet you're using to talk to your DMX interface, you go into your settings. Under Wi-Fi, you will find Smart DMX interface and whatever number it is. Mine is 196052. And after that, you're going to click on that, put in the password, it says it in your manual, and then it's connected to your controller here. So basically, next up we are going to go into our My Dmx Go app, and under fixtures or interfaces on the left here, you'll click refresh and it'll find your interface. So now it is connected to my interface. Right there on the left you can see that it says My Dmx Go is connected. And then we are going to go down to our fixtures. Now under our fixtures there's a ton of different fixtures you can control, but one thing I would love to make clear is you do not need internet to use this. You only need the Wi-Fi signal that connects your iPad or tablet to this controller. You do not need internet or Wi-Fi to control this. It's just the one that this makes. However, you do need internet to download the My Dmx Go app and download the fixtures that you're going to be using. But once you download all that stuff, it'll never go away. So just do that while you're on internet, and you're not going to need to ever worry about that again at a gig. So next up, we want to download this fixture. This is a ADJ Mega Hex par, and I have a couple of these. These are awesome little lights to start out with. And under here, you go to fixtures, and then on the bottom, you do brand. Now there are tons of them, as you can see, but I need to find the A's, and right here is American DJ. Now I click that, and under American DJ, it's going to say device. Now I need to scroll down and find Mega Hex par and click on that. Alright, so I did that, and next you are going to choose your mode. So the mode is very important because it tells you how many channels your fixture is in. So I believe this one is in 8 channels, but to find that, you just hold down on the mode button and then go through to find out what channels your fixture is in. So mine is in 11 channel mode, so that is what I will be using. So I click mode 4. Next up, all you need to do is tap add fixture. And as you can see, it just added it, and it is going through some stuff. Now I need to figure out why this isn't on, probably because I clicked the wrong mode, which I think I did. So I'm going to fix that quick, and I will get back to you. Alright you guys, so I have my iPad connected to my Dmx Go, and it took a little bit of getting used to because it is pretty different, but once I got it all connected, I didn't have to program anything, which was crazy to me. All I had to do is press different buttons. As you can see, we have a carousel here, which you can see on the par, it makes it go through all the colors. We have a rainbow, which does a slow fade through all the colors. Headlights, which does a turn on and off, as you can see. Different fades, like as you can see here, and a slower fade, and then just a stop button, which brings it back to your color of choice. Now on my iPad here, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but there's a color wheel right there, and I can choose any color on the spectrum to make my light, and I can customize the colors and stuff like that, which is really nice if you want to custom uplight a room or different things like that. Now for the mover, on this left side of my 2 decks there, you can see that is all for moves. So this light, it doesn't have any movements, so obviously I wouldn't use that, but there are a ton of different movements, dice, a duck, a swimmer, and I did test that out with one of my movers. It's pretty cool, but it does take some getting used to because you can't control it as precisely as if you had a normal DMX board, which is one thing that I don't like, but it is cool how you don't have to program any scenes into this to make it work with all the other stuff. So one more thing I would like to mention is, as you guys can see here, I have just one DMX cable coming out of this box into my par, but there is another port, so I could run this to a donor wireless DMX thing, or I could run it to my movers with another cable. But on the other end, you can see I have a green light flashing and a red light. So that just means that I have power and I have signal coming in. This antenna is bendable, like I said. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it a word. And you can bend this so that it shoots more towards where your iPad is in the room. Now this also, I got a case for it here. I actually got this as a Christmas present. But I cut out the case, and inside this case we've got our mounting bracket right here. I mentioned this earlier, but you can clamp this and then mount it on a T-bar, which is also super helpful to get better signals. My final comment for this product is there are a bunch of different presets on the bottom of this page, and if you click it, it'll do different stuff, so it's a quick tap to do it. You can program your own presets, but this has 10 programmed in, as you can see right now. The par is just going through a slow color change stage, and then the second one, third one, fourth one, all these different presets. And there's no cables coming out of this, which is awesome. The only cable that's coming out of it is my power cable and my DMX cable going into this light. But other than that, everything is being ran wirelessly. I also have a stop button, so I can press stop, and a power off button, so now I can't bump anything if you want to keep it locked on a color. I have a dimmer button, which, as you can see, this is all happening in real time. There is no delay whatsoever. When I lift my finger up, it is going to stop right there, and it is nice and dim. Bring it right back up, and it's right there. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. If you want to buy this product, it will be linked in the description below. This retails for about $250. I actually bought it on Amazon for I think $230. It was on sale. But Guitar Center, Sweetwater, anywhere else, it looks like it's about $250, which is a pretty good price for what this does. I'm pretty impressed. All you need is a tablet and this and a couple DMX cables, and you are good to go. Also, this light will be linked in the description below. If you are a beginner DJ, this is 100% the light I would recommend to start out with. You get 4 of these, and that's all you need to do your first gig. They are awesome. So, all these products will be linked in the description below, and thank you again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.